Hi everyone! Today, we're tackling a common question. How do you switch between using a keyboard and mouse and a controller mid-game on your Xbox? It can be tricky, but it's totally doable. Let's dive right in. First, understand compatibility. Not all games support both keyboard and mouse and controller inputs simultaneously. Check if your game does before getting frustrated. Some games require you to completely exit and restart to recognize the new input method. This is annoying, but it's often a game limitation, not an Xbox issue. To switch smoothly, start by pausing your game. This gives you some breathing room. Next, physically connect both your controller and your keyboard/mouse setup to your Xbox. The Xbox should recognize both devices automatically. Now comes the crucial part. In some games, simply using either the controller or the keyboard/mouse will instantly switch the input. For other games, it's more complex. You might need to go into the game settings. Look for input options or controller settings. There, you might find a specific setting to choose your preferred input device. If you can't find a setting, try this trick. Disconnect the device you don't want to use. For instance, unplug your controller and only use the keyboard and mouse. Then, go into the settings and see if the game now recognizes the keyboard and mouse. Reconnect the controller afterwards. Some games prioritize one input method over the other. The first input detected often becomes the primary one. So, if you want to use the keyboard and mouse, make sure to touch the keyboard or mouse before touching the controller after loading the game. Another common problem is conflicting button assignments. Games might assign the same action to different buttons on each device. You'll want to check the control mappings for both the controller and the keyboard/mouse. Adjust them so there are no conflicts. Experimentation is key. Every game handles this differently. Try different approaches until you find what works best for your particular game. Unfortunately, some games simply don't allow seamless switching. This is usually a design choice, and you're stuck exiting and restarting. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't work right away. Lastly, keep your Xbox and controller firmware updated. Outdated software can sometimes cause input issues. That's it for switching between controller and keyboard/mouse on Xbox. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. Also, consider subscribing to the channel for more Xbox tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if there are other topics you'd like me to cover.